can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Alright, hey everybody, welcome to the video. We're over at Goodwill. We're looking for items for eBay to resell, buy low, sell high is the name of the game. I'm back at this Goodwill because I did find some hats at a really good price. I'm going to see if there's any more. They have them priced low again. So let's get in there. Subscribe to the video, hit thumbs up button, and let's get in there. Okay, let's see. Harvard, $6. Okay, that's different. That's not gonna apply. So $2.89. That's what we're looking for. Even it, we're not just gonna go pick up any old hat. I mean, about $6. It's not getting old. Let me see. This was $4.24. So that's 6 days ago. Damn, me filming this. Let me see. This Harvard one was $4.28. So that was 2 days ago. Irish Memories. Oh well, there's really... Okay. There's nothing here. Oh wait, check these out. Some Ultra Boost. Nah, I got some damage there. Alright, let's get to the hard goods. Alright, let's go to the glass. Let's go straight across. I keep backing up and going. Let's go straight to the glass. The glass is this way. What's today? Today's, oh yeah, Senior Tuesday. And yeah, like I've said before, I think in my area, they usually start at Savers. They will usually start at Savers, continue my thought. They usually start at Savers and start fanning their way out to other thrift stores, Goodwills, the other ones that offer the discount. Nope. Okay. EVGA box with a power split is not a thermal take. We have a camera. Let's see. What do we? Oh no. No. That's a no. That's not one we're gonna need. That has like 1.4 megapixels. Definitely want to double check Nikon and Canon cameras, even with lower megapixels. My general rule is 10 megapixels or more. Canon. So I'm gonna come look first. Because last time I did find some great items in those. $16. Too small of a size. With no insoles. No insoles isn't really a deal breaker, but it'll help to sell the item if it has them. We got some sporting goods, large. Look at gigantic backgammon set. These look like from Lowe's. Got a little USB cord down here. Let's see if I can. It's keyboard. Doesn't feel like a good one though. Yeah. Nope, not a good one. Okay. Let's continue on. Or let's get back on track. Okay. Oh yeah, it might not be so far from what I've seen, not too much going on. What's going on? I'll wheel it. Okay, there we go. Netgear, what is this? No, it's old. Interesting. $11? Yeah, no. No. All right. All right, well. Well, nothing there, so let's continue. Okay, so we're here in the wood section, and I'm finding this Cutco knife block, which, you know, haven't been really moving that well as of late, but for $2.89, it's not bad. It's really easy to ship. It's a solid, you know, block of wood. So, and then these are Wallace North Star Silverware. So at $10. Hopefully there's a set in there, but I'm thinking we could probably get at least $80 for the bag. I picked this up here. These are just a bunch of Oneida forks. They're plain, so I don't think they really have too much value. I could probably sell it for double, but I might need that. We're always running out of forks for some bizarre reason. I don't feel like buying a whole set just for a bunch of forks. For myself, it's $4.59. Just a crate that breaks down. I can use that for organization, especially in the car. The car gets crazy fast. Like a, intriguing. Yeah, I don't think that's really worth it. Oh, let me look up those headphones really quick. Okay, we're moving down to the mugs. I'm gonna take a look. So I did look these up. Sold top for $19 or $18.99, and then one listed for $100. So I think I'm gonna pick that up and try to sell that. What are we looking at $3.59. So not too much invested into it, and I think I could probably get, based on what I'm seeing, the data, $20 to $25. It's not $100, or even, I don't know if it's $30 or $40. It's more around the $20-ish range. So I'll probably price it at $25 and then look out for best offers. And because I got it for such a low price, I can probably, accept a somewhat low offer. I mean, I'd like to be around at least $15 on those. Here's some marble, which do okay. Oh, bloody. Why not? I was going to pick those up because chest decor does sell incredibly good. And because they're marble, might do even better, but that big broken piece off of it, no. Okay, let's move on down here, and what is this little thing? It's nothing. It's nada. We might just go look at some clothes. Oh, his whole leg's broken off. Now you can kind of tell he's made of resin there. Okay. This is at a Starbucks now, crepe myrtle. Okay, let's just take a look here. I'll take a look here before. Okay, this is really tough. In the clear glass, it's not, Waterford. This is a no. It's really tough to find profitable items in the clear. Very tough. Bookers. This is actually kind of nice. This is actually, I'm gonna pick these up. These are whiskey tasting, here's a basil. Oh, look at this. There's a basil. That's Booker. No, that's not Booker's. Wait, that's Booker's. That's Baker's. It's still another whiskey brand. Basil Hayden's. Okay. I thought they were all Booker's. Courvoisier now. Tennessee now. Where's that? Another Courvoisier. I'll take these. I'm pretty sure might still have a bottle of Basil Hayden's, I believe is how you pronounce it. I know I have a bottle of Booker's. Booker's tends to be a little more of a higher end. I have a barrel proof from them. But whiskey people are pretty, kind of like how I talk about keyboards, pretty, fanatical, if that's the right word, pretty obsessed with, whiskey brands, and so they will pay up. Yeah, whiskey's not cheap either. So they will pay up for branded stuff, especially if it's pretty unique. Someone's like collection of little barware tasters. Look at that. Yeah. Remy Martin. Some vodka ones are good, like Belvedere. Grey Goose is okay, although Grey Goose is pretty. They make a lot of stuff. Alright, let's go. You know what? I'm going to go look at the wallets first, and then we'll probably go take a look at some clothing. Okay, we didn't find anything in the clothes. Nothing really notable. So I didn't even bother turning on the camera because really nothing there. But I only went to the men's clothes, so, and I'm not really a clothing reseller, so it's not something I really enjoy. So it's really gonna like stand out to me. One of these days I will get my Dixon flannel order in. because I ordered that, I think, a month ago now, or maybe 5 weeks ago. I think that's the caveat to getting such a great deal on it, was the fact it was going to take forever to get, and a day to get here. I am eager to get that in and listed. It says it's in my neighborhood, or it's at my local it's at my local post office as of 2 days ago, so should be here any day now, I think. Jeep Engineer, those are interesting. Jeep, they're made by Jeep. Shoes too. Shoes really gotta stand out. We don't want to spend too much time cleaning shoes. I'm not really a shoe reseller. But if I do see any good ones, I will pick them up for sure, because I do know what to look out for. But still learning, always always trying to learn more. You know, just when you say, the moment you say, I'm done learning, or even if you say, I'm not going to change, that's it, I know what works and I'm not going to change, you've lost. You really need to be learning, changing, evolving, growing. Try not to get stuck in your ways. I didn't always pick up, silverware all the time, but, I took the time to kind of learn what to look out for, and now I pick up silverware whenever I find it, because it's kind of like low-hanging fruit. No one really thinks about it. No one really is like, oh, silverware can't be worth it. But hey, it keeps the store moving. It keeps sales going. Jewelry, that's you see a little pig ring? It's kind of cool. I doubt it's worth anything. And Klein, it's a brand to stay away from. Clothing or jewelry or anything. Nothing there. Okay. All right. If I find anything else, I think my cart was still rolling. If I find anything else, I'll show you guys here. Otherwise, we're gonna pack this show up and move on down the road. Stay tuned to the end though, because we will have some what solds and some talking points.
Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to the Goodwill. And, not too much stuff, but good quality items to resell. Those headphones actually went to a Nintendo DS, so might bring a little bit more just because of their association with Nintendo and being with one of the handheld systems as well. So pretty cool. I think I priced them about $40, and I always put best offer on a lot of my items that are in the higher range, over $20. And I didn't spend that much on it, so if it goes for $20, that'd be great. I'm probably thinking it'll probably go for about $25 or $30, but we'll see. And what I wanted to do is discuss a couple of myths about reselling and what you see here on YouTube. A lot of people, what has been making the rounds lately, what a lot of people have been talking about are about myths or the truth about reselling, what resellers aren't telling you, what YouTube resellers aren't telling you. And I was reminded of a quote. First of all, check out this. I was at the flea market. I wasn't filming that day, so I picked up before I get into the topic, I should say, I was at the flea market. I wasn't filming. I don't film everything I do, so that's one of the things. We don't film everything we do. But I found this Star Wars complete outfit. It was a stormtrooper, not Star Wars. It was a stormtrooper from Star Wars. It was the whole, the helmet, all the armor and everything. It's pretty realistic, and it's from it said like Star Wars Stormtrooper, store. It has the original taping, the original box, and everything it came in as well too. So I really wanted the gun. I really didn't want the whole suit, but they were only selling it. They were selling it all together. And initially they wanted $60, but here, look at the gun. The gun's pretty realistic, and it's got some weight to it. It is made of metal and plastic, so it's really nicely done. I might be missing something here, though. I just noticed that earlier. So, but They wanted $60 for the whole thing, and it was already the end of the day. May have just gotten there or so, because they were barely unloading their truck. It was kind of strange, but they were unloading their truck. They pulled this out, and I was looking at it, and I said, how about much for just a gun? But obviously they didn't want to break it up, and they said, $60 initially, and I was like, no, I don't have $60 on me right now. So, and that was the truth. I don't play games like 15 and I walk away. If I walk away, I walk away. That's it. I mean, they may call me back and be like, okay, then I'll do it, but it's not my intention. My intention isn't to try to get it for that price by walking away. Walking away, I'm not going to make an offer. I made my best offer, or I'm not going to make an offer, or I made my best offer, and that's it. I'm done. I don't play the game of back and forth or walking away or anything like that. So I told them I didn't have $60 on me, and they said, okay, that's fine. Then they said, how about 40? And I told them, well, all I have with me is $30, and I had $30 on me. Actually, I had 33. I ended up giving them 33 for it, but they said, okay, well, I'll take 30. And so I was like, okay, cool. I mean, if you guys are okay with that, then I'm cool with it too. So I pulled out my money, and I had the extra $3, so I was like, here's 33 for everything, and they were done. Made a deal for a cool stormtrooper. Really wanted the gun. Got the whole set. I mean, it's sitting over there in a gigantic box, and it's really cool. So, but cool stormtrooper gun. I really wanted the gun. That was pretty cool. I might sell the suit. I don't know yet. It's pretty big. It's in a big box. It's an adult size suit, so the gun is pretty cool. Especially if you're a Star Wars fan. But, okay, so, reselling, and, I said 2 myths, or maybe one's not really a myth, or maybe one's not really, are they really myths? I don't know. Okay, either way. First off, through through YouTube land, some of the videos can't be very long. You see me go over to the Goodwill. I don't really spend, hours at the Goodwill. I spend, for this video, I think I was only there maybe an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. So we got about 20 minutes of footage out of that, of the items that I picked up. I didn't film the whole trip there because, kind of boring. Just me picking up something, looking at it, and putting it back, or walking down an aisle, and there's just nothing for me to even, to look at. So that's edited out. Now, garage sale, people that go to garage sales, they don't show every single garage sale that they go to. Whether they mention it or not, I know some of them do mention, I was at 10 garage sales, or it's been completely dead this morning. We finally found one. So when they're creating their videos, they're showing the garage sales they're actually picking up items at. They're not showing the garage sales that you go to. And historically, based on my experience going to garage sales, you got to go to at least between 5 to 10 garage sales until you actually find a garage sale where you have items to resell. Now, to actually make a full-time living off reselling based on garage sales, you got to go to a lot of garage sales, and you have to buy a lot. If that's your main source, that's what you're mainly relying upon. For me, where I'm at, garage sales aren't the best. And don't get me wrong, though. I've run into some great garage sales before, and I got some great items to resell for very high profit. But most of them close. But I would have to drive around the whole city. And I'm not about driving around the whole city. Not when I have several Goodwills, within about, 10-mile radius are the good ones that I can branch out to about 15 miles, and we're good. I have a great flea market within that radius as well, too. And that flea market is like a, garage sale on steroids. There's other garage sales there. There's other flea markets as well, too. There's other flea markets, once a month that occur around my area that I could also go to. There's another slightly smaller, not larger, it's smaller, it's really changing, but there's another flea market in our area that I could potentially go to. But I really don't have to because I have all that readily available to me. So I don't really do too many edits in my videos other than just me turning on the camera, turning it off. I'll go through them and just quickly, scrub through them and see if there's anything, that's just unnecessary or the audio's messed up and I have to cut it out. But usually I'm editing by turning on the camera, turning off the camera. So trying to show you guys hopefully the best stuff, the best parts, of my trip. So there's that. There's the editing portion of it where people may say, "Oh man, this person's only pulling all the great stuff." This person, is only showing, all the big hits or they're, I guess the thing is, people that are watching are like, "Man, this person's getting this. I go and I don't find any of that." Well, they don't show the part where they already hit 10 garage sales with nothing. So don't be discouraged by that. It's the way it goes. Everything takes a lot of work and it's hard. It's hard sometimes. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's like boom, boom, one hit after another. And I'm finding all this great stuff. But sometimes it's completely dry. So with my videos, I definitely try to show you the most realistic part of going to not garage sales, going to Goodwills and going to, actually thrift stores. So I do go to Savers once in a while. Thrift stores and flea market. Try to give you guys just, the raw footage, the least edited possible. And then, it might not be, like I said, it might not be the most exciting stuff, but it's, it's real. That's real life. And then the other thing too that I see a lot and I've heard people kind of mention, like, man, they sell a lot of stuff in one day. And, I have to tell you, some of the videos where people show like their sales, or they're like, all right, it's, we're going to pull our orders for the day, or, okay, we're going to pull in orders. This is how much we have, we sold 54 items. And then, but then they don't tell you, or they may mention it, or they probably have mentioned it in past videos, that's over the course of 3 days. Because you could set how long on eBay. You can set like a 1 day turnaround time. So when someone orders it, in 24 hours you have to ship it out. 2 days, 3 days. You can set yourself on vacation mode. I think it's up to 2 weeks on vacation mode. And after that, if it goes beyond the 2 weeks, then you have to set it as in an away mode where your items really aren't shown to people. But if someone goes on vacation and then they come back and be like, I have 100 orders or so, then it's like, yeah, but over the course of 2 weeks, so they always leave that part out. So don't get discouraged by people always, posting on there saying, all right, we have, 27 orders going out. We have 30 orders going out. That's not usually, I'm going to say that usually, I'm not going to, some people probably do that amount, but usually the daily number is a lot less. So it's just when they made that video, that's how many orders are going out when they made the video. Personally, I ship out every day. I don't ever let my orders build up. Every day they're going out the door every single day. I have 1 day turnaround time, which is also how I am top rated plus on eBay, and I would like to remain top rated plus if possible. But it works for me. It doesn't necessarily work for everybody. That's why some people have that 2 day business turnaround or 3 days. Especially if you're going on vacation. You're going to need, if you're going on vacation, you can't have orders that need to go out. You're going to run, you're going to run into a bunch of defects on eBay, and then they'll, knock your store down. So we do need those tools from time to time to delay shipping, and I've definitely taken advantage of that from time to time when necessary. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really want to. I mean, I did some shipping stuff on my previous channel, but I didn't want anybody to get really the wrong impression as far as how many orders. I'm doing 30 orders. I'm doing 40. Well, when it comes to Monday, I'm going to be doing well over 30 orders on come Monday because that was the weekend. So, there's no shipping on the weekends. So we're going to do a lot of orders on Monday's a big order day that we got to get everything out. So, You should see the post office. It is wild. There's a lot of resellers in my area. Don't get discouraged by other resellers as well too. Go out with other resellers. If you know anybody's reselling in your area, go out with them. You learn something new. It's there's a lot in my area, and when I go to the post office, you see how many people are shipping items out. It's pretty wild. Then the other thing I wanted to mention as well too, which I can't remember right now. What was it? It was regarding the. Hold on, it's gonna come to me right now. Hold on. Okay, I just remembered right now, and that is the price of an item. Not the price you're purchasing the item for, but what you're going to ultimately sell it for on eBay. Now, you're scrolling through comps on eBay, and I believe I mentioned this in a previous video. You're scrolling through comps, you're going to see a price range something's going to go for. It's not going to be like at a retail store. You go to Target, something's $20, it's $20 at every single Target. You're going to see, like this device right here. This is a Plantronics, still Bluetooth headset. It's the Voyager Pro HD, little headset. So the average selling price is right around $40. But it goes up. I've seen some for $45, seen some for $30, seen some for around $50. It's kind of up and down. So where do you price it at? I target right that middle. So the average is right around $40. So I'm going to price it at $40. Because it's over $20, I'm definitely going to open offers on it. And I got this for $5. $5 is what I paid for this guy. So the profit margin is pretty good. It's going to be, we're going to make some pretty good money on it. But I have a good enough, I bought it at a low enough cost to where I could potentially accept lower offers than other people potentially could. So yeah, I'd be willing to go kind of low on this item just to make a sale. The lowest I'd probably go is $25. But I'm going to try to get as close to 40 as possible. Some people hold out. Some people will hold. I know people that hold out for the absolute top dollar. But I'm in the business of not storing items, but selling them and keeping them moving, keeping things moving, keeping the cash flow moving. Otherwise, cash flow stops. I don't have money to spend at the flea market. I don't have money to go to Goodwill. I don't have money to continue making videos. So I'm willing to accept lower if I bought it at a great price. Some items I do not accept offers on because I had a high buy cost on that. So I need to recoup not only the money I paid for it, plus I want to make profit on it. So when someone says, okay, this goes for $30, it's not necessarily going to go for $30. It could be, and I need to get more in the habit of saying this, is listed value. The listed value of this item is going to be $40. It's not ultimately what it's going to sell. It might sell for $40. Actually, if it does sell for $40, it's not the actual amount that I'm going to make. There's going to be fees associated with that because we're using the eBay platform. So there will be fees associated with that. There will be a shipping cost associated with that because I'm going to need to put it in a poly bag. And I'll probably need to wrap this up in some bubble wrap. So all that stuff goes and cuts into that profit. So you got to keep that in mind when people are telling you, all right, we're going to, this is worth $40. This is worth $100. It's listed value is that, but it's not ultimately it may not sell for that price. It may, you may take an offer less. You may not have offers open. You may have had it up there for too long, and then someone sends you a message, hey, are you willing to accept an offer? We can send offers out on eBay. So every so often, you can, if you keep an eye on your eBay app or on the computer, they will say you can send offers to 10 or 12 people or something like that on these items. So you can send out offers. You can send out a percentage off, a dollar amount off. Is that a dollar amount now? I think they might have taken I've always done percentage, so I don't know. I think there is a dollar amount off as well too. Is it still there? Because I know people were talking about that it was gone. I've never used it. I've only used percentages. So and then you can put up to accept counter offers or whatever. So don't get so hung up on what people say this is going to sell for, because it more than likely will not. If you look on the eBay app, you're going to see, you know, ranges of prices on different items. I mean, I've never come across an item where it's actually been consistent. I mean, you'll see some where it's like, you know, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. There might be like an outlier, like 50, or, you know, to the low end 30. You know, but most of the time there's going to be a range, and what I price at is right in the middle. I just try to find that average. I can do it quickly in my head, find that average, and that's what I usually price my items at. So when someone says this is worth $40, if someone came in and offered them 38, they'll probably I would take that. I don't know. I really don't know anybody that wouldn't take that kind of an offer. But, you know, don't get so hung up on what the price is, especially if you're trying to do it full time. You know, don't get so hung up on, you know, what you think the item should be going for. The goal is to make money on, try to make money on everything that we pick up and buy and sell. You know, and sometimes you're not going to get the most for it, but something's better than nothing. And keeping that money moving. Don't forget, you're also getting back the original, the amount of money that you spent on that item. So maybe, let's say I bought this thing for, let's just say I bought it for $5 and ultimately sells for 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna want to pick this up again in the future, because I probably more than likely, or I definitely didn't double my money because of the fees and the shipping supplies. I may have made $1 or $2 on it, and that's not really what I want to do. So, all right, I made my money back, got a little bit of profit. That money's going to go to something else now. I'm no longer going to be picking up these. So now I know, and I educated myself, that if I ever see this product again in the future, I'm not going to buy it. So you can use it as a learning tool as well too. But we do have the eBay app with us when we're out and about, so it's a great tool to use. Use it. Look items up. You know, I'm at the flea market, and I'm always coming across different items. You know, I never, you know, it's pretty rare that, well, I do find a lot of keyboards that are the same, but, you know, I'm constantly finding new and different items out there. You know, it's actually like, I find a lot of unique items almost all the time. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's the world of resale. That's the stuff that's processing through our, you know, there's so much that you have to do. I mean, you know, when I've worked at the hospital, and, you know, anytime you're learning a new position, new job, or anything like that, you know, you always, you know, I think this is, you know, anybody that goes to a new job or anything like that, there's always so much information right up front. Like, you're getting hit with all this information, and you never think you're going to learn it. You're like, man, this is like tough. How am I ever going to get to, you know, that level, or that person's, you know, where that person's just, you know, doing it like it's, you know, a limb. You know, they're just reacting. They're just doing the job like it's nothing. But you'll get there. Everybody will get there. You know, if you're interested in reselling, and you're like, man, this sounds tough. I gotta think about this. Gotta think about this. I gotta have my app open. I gotta have this. Don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it. It just takes some practice, you know. And I enjoy reselling. I enjoy finding these items. I enjoy reselling these items. I just showed you that Star Wars gun. Check this out right here. Now this I remember. I don't remember this because I didn't have this, but this is a Motor Max. And I was trying to find some details on this because, well, I don't remember this, and I didn't have this. I do remember these, and I had these when I was younger. They are not micro machines, but they look like micro machines. But they're just little die-cast, tiny airplanes. And if I were not mistaken, I believe I had these. I forgot where they came from. I think they were like a supermarket or something. But you know, finding stuff like this, that, like, I didn't even know. I didn't even remember any of that. And I saw it there on the table, and I'm like, wow, I remember I used to have those things. This guy has an aircraft carrier to go along with it, and it makes sounds. You guys can hear that? It's obviously missing some pieces, but nonetheless, that would have been an awesome toy when I was a kid. Okay, let's get to the what solds here. Okay, so we're on to the what sold. Everything will appear over here on this side. But my goal with the solds, we generally show you. I'm going to show you 3 what solds. Basically, just keep the video kind of short, so we don't get like into the hours here. You know, beyond an hours. My goal is not to get beyond that. But I want to show you just cool, unique items that you should be on the lookout for that you might not think that are resellable or that have any profit in any, you know, items that might not seem profitable, but yet they are. So, I mean, everybody knows I can show you the Nikes, I can show you the, you know, the golfing stuff, the Peter Millar that everybody talks about. I sold some of those shirts. I can show you all the keyboards I mentioned. I mean, I like to show you that as a keyboard because I don't see a lot of people reselling keyboards. But anytime a keyboard resells, you know, I definitely want to show you guys that to look out for that style of keyboard or what I look for in that keyboard. I could show you, you know, the Apple products. You know, Apple. Everybody loves Apple. Apple resells really easily. Digital cameras. Everybody by now knows. You know, look out for digital cameras. They resell. So I'm trying to bring you cool, unique items. At least I think they're cool, and that you should be on the lookout for when you're at Goodwill and or the flea market and or if you're out garage selling. I don't do a lot of garage selling, but you can find these items there. So, and one item that you definitely can find at garage selling and at estate sales, silverware. Now this silverware I found at the Goodwill. This is silverware by Wallace, atomic starburst pattern. And if you look, there's actually different sets of silverware with stars on it by Wallace, and this was the atomic starburst pattern. Individually, I priced these, or I should say, I priced out the bundles individually. So I didn't put together any sets with this. I just did a bunch of forks, salad forks. What did I sell here? Dinner forks, teaspoons, and tablespoons. So someone came in and bought 3 sets, and we sold the 3 sets. They came out to $40.50. Now, if I remember correctly, the bags, I tend to buy these bags for around $10 or so. And I try to find the bags with the most silverware in it, so I get the most profit. The most profit. The more silverware, the more profit. It makes sense, I guess. So 3 sets. Like I said, I sold the tablespoons, the teaspoons, and the dinner forks for $40.50. I'm more than paid for the bag already. And as a matter of fact, the bag's already been paid off because I've already sold some of these before this sale. So someone swooped in, took these sets. Not sure how many more I have left, but I'm pretty sure I think I have at least 2 more bundles or 2 more sets left of this. I know I definitely have the dinner knives because those always seem to take the longest to sell or don't go for as much. So forks and spoons do a lot better than knives. Okay, next item that's sold is a set of coasters. Now, coasters I typically stay away from, except these are marble coasters. So definitely look out for marble coasters, these vintage ones here. No name brand anything. Vintage, green marble. And if you put MCM, which stands for mid-century modern, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of one of the big keywords that a lot of people are looking for, mid-century modern stuff. You know, some of this stuff is kind of up for interpretation. I definitely feel these are mid-century modern pieces, and it'll definitely help to get an item sold, but don't, you know, put it in there if it isn't a mid-century modern piece. You know, you want to use keywords that are appropriate for your items. So, coasters. Some coasters, you know, don't sell at all, but these marble ones, you definitely want to be on the lookout for. Although I've sold some like just random cork ones before, which I was actually kind of surprised that they sold. But you know, sometimes sometimes someone's looking for something that's very specific and they will sell. They were just some random little they were cork and they kind of like, you know, like a little portrait on top of them. And I saw that they had sold in the past, and I listed them. And they sold for around $20. So like, oh, pretty interesting. But Marble coaster. Look out for marble coasters. Okay. Baseball hats. Everybody knows baseball hats, new era hats, sports hats do really well. They sell well. They might not sell for the most profit, but they do sell pretty well, and they sell all the time. This one is a kind of a rare hat. This is a vintage Japanese baseball hat. And $50. I priced it high because I did not find any comps on this. I knew it was a valuable hat. I wasn't quite sure what people were willing to pay for it. So I believe, if I remember correctly, I priced it at $80, and I opened up offers. Someone shot me an offer of $50, and I took it. I was like, okay, cool. The hat was from the flea market. Don't really remember how much I paid for it. I don't pay that much for hats at the flea market. The most at the flea market, they really got to be good hats, because this last time I was at the flea market, I did buy several hats, but one of them I knew was worth at least $40. And I paid $5 a hat, which is way too much to pay for hats at the flea market, in my opinion, unless they're really good hats. At Goodwill, hats are typically around $4.59 in my area. Just recently, as a matter of fact, at the Goodwill in this video, not too long ago, they had hats priced under $3. It was $2.59. So I gobbled up a whole bunch of hats. This last time I went, they're back up to normal, so I left a lot of hats behind. But this hat is definitely worth, if it were up there to $5, even $10 a hat. Look out for it. Japanese baseball hats, these vintage ones. I don't know if they do incredibly well. I didn't really look up any other Japanese baseball, but there are other, baseball, like Baseball World Classic hats from around the world, which do incredibly well. The Baseball World Classic, like the USA one, does really well. I just sold one of those. Every time I find them, I tend to pick them up. Even the fitted ones, I tend to look for the adjustable ones, because those tend to do a lot better. But I'll even pick up the fitted ones as well too. So, but look out for those Japanese baseball hats, those vintage ones. They do really well. Otherwise, that's the end of the video, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think of my thoughts and, my opinions on reselling, and, don't get discouraged. There's a fly in here. Don't get discouraged by what you see out there. Everybody seems to be pulling all kinds of big hits, and you don't seem to find anything, because some people go days without finding stuff. Sometimes when you're out there, you got to be ready to just buy a lot, because there's going to be those times where you don't find that much. And I'm fortunate to live in San Jose, California, where there's tons of stuff. I go out just to, like I said, I was out at Monterey, which is not that far. It's about a 45-minute drive with traffic, and very poor Goodwill. There were other thrift stores there. I probably should have checked them out, but we got there kind of late. We were there to eat. Yeah, the Goodwills outside of San Jose just don't seem to be very good. Maybe I don't frequent them enough. Maybe that's the case as well too, but fortunate in this city. So, and wherever you're at, I hope you guys can find some great items. Try flea markets, garage sales. The season's changing here, and garage sale season is coming around for a lot of people. I don't really do too many garage sales, but if you don't have any thrift stores in your area, flea markets, definitely hit up garage sales. You're going to get the best prices at garage sales, in my opinion. And don't pass up stuff like Silverware. Don't pass up like Coaster. Definitely give them a second look. Look out for those vintage stuff. MC and mid-century modern pieces do incredibly well. But that's going to be it. That's going to be it for the video. Hit the thumbs up to like it. Comment down below if you have any comments. And definitely, let me know your opinions down below as well, too. Hit the bell notification so you get notified. Subscribe to the video. Hit the bell notification. We do live shows from the flea market every Thursday. We usually start about 9 o'clock. So you definitely want to get notified about that. And we'll catch you in the next video.